Y'all, I want to make a biscuit recipe with y'all today. Not quite as easy and simple as the cream and the self-rising flour, but honestly, it's the same steps, just a few more ingredients. So I hope that will encourage you to make this one. I've got to tell you the name though. It is sour cream and onion cornbread biscuits. Yes, I did say that. I'll say it one more time. Sour cream and onion cornbread biscuits. I know. Now I hope you're intrigued, because I was the first time I saw that, and it's so good. I've got red beans and sausage in a crock pot cooking, so I've got time to make these little things to go with it like this. So let's get started. I'm going to get y'all down here on my work surface. The very first thing in cornbread biscuits is some cornmeal, and I have some cornmeal that was given to us by some friends of ours. John did a job for them, the Guillen's. They have their own grist mill, so I'm so very fortunate. And I'm doing another recipe, Miss Guillen and Mr. Guillen, just to prove to y'all I'm not going to waste any of this. It is precious to me. I'm going to put 1 1/4 cup of yellow cornmeal. And of course, not everybody's got somebody to get that from, so you just get you some yellow cornmeal at the grocery store, not self-rising, just yellow cornmeal, okay? There we go. 1 1/4 cups. And to that, I also need 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. To this, we need some leavening agents. So we are going to put 1 teaspoon, or excuse me, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. If you're Irish, you call this bread soda. And some flavors in here. It's going to be some black pepper. I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Try to get that even. And now we need 1 teaspoon of salt. Just like this. Back y'all up a little bit. I don't want us to miss anything. No, I do not. I just need to whisk these around, make sure I get everything mixed around before I put any liquid ingredients in here, because we don't want a clump of baking soda or a clump of black pepper or a clump of salt, do we? We sure do not. Okay, guys, to this we're going to cut in some butter. I've got 10 tablespoons of cold butter. I just took this out of the refrigerator before I got on here. And we're going to cut this in there. And the smaller you pre-chop your 10 tablespoons of cold butter, the less time you have to work it into your cornmeal and your flour mixture, okay? So I try to cut it in tiny little squares. I do. I have a pastry cutter. If you do not, you can use your hands and you just work it. And you kind of do like that in the mixture. But I have this pastry cutter, so I'm going to start cutting this in here and work it in here quick as I can until all of this butter is about tiny little pea size. Another reason why I like to use a pastry cutter is my hands aren't getting down in there and getting that butter too warm, so it helps keep your butter colder. But if you don't have a pastry cutter, you can use some forks or a couple of knives crisscrossing, or if all you got is your hands, they are your best given tools. By God, God-given tools, so you use them. Okay, y'all. Out of the way, I'm going to remove my rings, okay? And we are fixing to get serious. If I can get my wedding ring off, sometimes that wedding ring is just stuck on in it. Okay, now what we need to do is make us a well in the middle, so I'm going to part. You see what I'm doing? Y'all can see my well. Let me see. Get y'all a little more on top of things. There you are. There you are. Gonna make a little well in the middle like that, and to that we are going to add 1 cup of sour cream. I've got whole fat sour cream, okay? And I have a cup left in this little container, so that's what I'm putting right in the middle. like this. I have got 4 green onions that I pre-chopped, and I chopped them really thinly and really small, okay? That way you won't have a big chunk of them in your cornbread biscuits. And to that, I love a little sweetness, and y'all, I've got to tell you a little story about this honey. I got this from a monastery up on the top of a mountain in Greece. Right? I know. That's just crazy to me. Crazy that I've got that back here, and I feel so blessed to get it back here, and that I was able to visit that monastery and buy something from them. So I'm going to put into this 2 teaspoons of honey, okay? And you can put any kind of honey you can get a hold of. Ooh, this honey's cold up in my kitchen because it is cold in my kitchen. And if you do not have honey and you still want to add that little sweetness, you just put your 2 teaspoons of sugar, okay? That will be perfectly fine. Get in there, honey. I do not want to waste you. I went all the way to Greece to get you. Get your little self in there. All right, y'all. Now from here, I'll just stir this sour cream and onion and honey up a little bit, like that. And then I just start working the rest of this into the dough. Just slowly but surely, just like this. You might have to cut it a little bit to make it get all that cornmeal incorporated. You can see these are going to be very flavorful and very moist with all that sour cream and butter, can't you? I know it. Let me get this back down in there. Get down into that biscuit mix for us. There we go. You're doing good. And honestly, at this point, it is best just to use your hands, those God-given tools, and get in here and let's work it together so we can pour it out and make some biscuits on our work surface. Now, I have a mixture right here of some of that cornmeal and some flour for our work surface. So you can just use flour, okay? You don't have to do that. I just thought it'd be neat. Just thought it'd be neat since we're doing cornbread biscuits. Put this in here. See, it comes on out of your bowl pretty good. Pretty good. And I just want to bring this together to a tidy little ball to cut out some biscuits. Tidy it up, as we call it. We're just going to pat it out old-timey like with our hands. It's going to be really good with what I'm cooking in a crock pot. Red beans and sausage over rice with one of these sour cream and onion cornbread biscuits. I know it. Now I have got this skillet. You see this little flat skillet? It's called a spider cast iron skillet, and I think it's 9 or 10 inches, and it's a Lodge. And I have got it heavily buttered, as y'all see. You can put whatever you want to. Butter or fat wise to grease that pan. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to begin cutting out these little biscuits. I've still got my extra cornmeal and flour to dip this little cutter in. This is a 2-inch cutter. You can use a glass or a whatever you've got to cut with, and whatever size. I like these 2-inch little ones, and I try not to waste, I mean, 1 little square inch in my first cutting. As y'all can see, I'm slow about it, but I don't want to waste any little bit here of this dough. That first time you push it out, it's nice and tender, and I'll roll up the rest of it, and you know, anything left over my chickens will thoroughly enjoy. But yeah, this little 2-inch cutter, you can use a 2.5-inch cutter if you want to. I've got one too, those bigger, but I love the little 2-inch size biscuits. Just perfect little size. We'll see how many we get out of this, guys. Alright, you think we could get a biscuit out of that little part? It was so close. Let's see. Y'all see how I am. I think we can. Look at there. Look at there. Alright. Right on the edge in the center. And then we're real close to another biscuit right here. So let's just do that before we have to bring this back together. Look at there. Let's see. Wonder if we could get one more on there. Y'all see this little pan? I think I could do one more right here. Matter of fact, I might could do more than one more, huh? I'll do a little scooting. Scooting. You see that? I don't like to knead that dough over and over again, so I'll just kind of bring it together real easy like to do some more biscuits. And y'all see I'm not twisting when I'm cutting out this biscuit. Like, don't push it and twist it, because then it doesn't, it twists your dough together on the sides and doesn't let it rise as well as if you do not twist. And that is so hard to do, guys. I'm telling myself at the same time I'm telling y'all. It's very hard to do. Okay, y'all. Alright, where can he get? Y'all got room? Anybody got room? There we go. How many we got? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, y'all, let me make us a little room and we will finish on the top of these little biscuits and get them into our oven. Our 13 biscuits, I've got some melted butter. You're going to use about 1/4 cup. Melted butter. We're going to brush each one of these. Oh, they're going to love that, aren't they? Please don't leave this step out. Please don't. This is real butter. It is not salted. But we are about to do something about that too. Yes, we are. I have got some sea salt, flaky sea salt. Can y'all see that? And we are going to sprinkle just a pinch on top of each of these biscuits. This is just a finishing touch. You do not have to do this. Just slather you some butter on top of them. They'll be just fine, okay? This is just me doing this little special, extra little thing. Y'all know how I can get. Okay, guys, 425 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes until they're as golden brown as you want, and I'll see y'all back then. Yep, it's ready. Y'all stay right here. I'll be right back. Come here. Come here. We have got to share you with the world. Yes, we do. Oh my, y'all. It's been 20 minutes, okay? And they got just kind of toasty on the top. You see that? Y'all see those pretty little things? Can you hear them still sizzling in the butter? I know. John is not home yet. The days are getting longer, which I'm like, thank you, Jesus, because I'm not a winter person. I don't like short days and cold. But so he's not home yet, and I'm going to have to leave these and go to church. And when we get back, John will taste one of these, and so will I, guys. So I will see y'all then. Oh, I haven't left for church yet, and John's not home yet, but we can't stand it, can we? I know, let's taste one, okay? Just one. Just a little bite, huh? You can show y'all up close. Don't they look good? Y'all. I know. I just want y'all to give y'all a close-up. Maybe y'all get a little sniff, huh? Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. It literally is the best of both worlds. You love a biscuit and you love cornbread, and it literally, somehow or another, magically is the best of both of those worlds. Oh my goodness, and that sour cream gives it a nice, tangy tart. And the green onion is not overpowering, it's just enough. Oh my goodness gracious. And you get a little bitty crunch from that sea salt on top. Uh-huh. Mmm. 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 What I made, baby. Yum. You want to taste one?
Ooh, I do. I do.
They're warm. I've been keeping them warm in the oven.
Mmm. Oh, baby, that's going to be good with that. Mm.
What does it taste like? Can you taste it? It's cornbread and biscuits with sour cream and onion.
Mm-hmm. I'll taste all that.
Mmm.
That's just different.
You think you're biting into a cornbread and then you think you're biting into a biscuit. Kind of messes with your mind.
It does.
But it's good. To me,
It's
it's good.
good.
Me and the puppy dogs already had one. Did you notice one was missing?
Well, you know, you're supposed to get your sample too, baby.
Right?
Yeah. The puppy said, we always get samples, Daddy. Usually before me.
All right. I'm just going to let you sample one and let everybody know what you thought.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. One time you bite it, it's like a biscuit. And next time you bite it, it's like a piece of cornbread.
I know. That's what I was telling everybody. It's really weird. It's like the best of both worlds.
It is.
Cornbread biscuit.
Yeah.
I know. I know it. We better hurry up and sit down and fix our plate before we just stand here and eat all the
Eat all the cornbread biscuits. Okay. You can make a meal out of them. That's good.